There's a fine line between right and wrong. And somewhere in the shadows, they send us in to find it.
126 actual. Target is in the main house. You have execute authority.
Bravo 6. Going dark.
It's about damn time that Call of Duty steps up and improves and listens to the community. And Modern Warfare in 2019 might just be that Call of Duty, and potentially becoming one of the greatest titles of all time. And in this video, we're gonna be discussing how this game can accomplish that. Most of the video will focus on the multiplayer, but we will also touch on the campaign and the Spec Ops mode that has been confirmed. In this video, we will talk about weapons, maps, kill streaks, score streaks, gameplay, monetization, graphics, customization, progression, campaign and Spec Ops, and then finally my thoughts of what they need to do to make Call of Duty Modern Warfare the greatest Call of Duty ever created. So let's start off with the weapons, and as we already seen, a lot of the fan favorite weapons from the classic Modern Warfare series are returning in this game, which means we'll see the MP7, the AK-47, the FAMAS, the AUG, the Desert Eagle, and many more, which I think most people are excited about, but they have made a huge change to how weapons perform. As we obviously have seen from the gameplay, there is a lot more recoil and brand new animations to the guns. Personally, I'm a huge fan of this. I do like that if you put a lot of time into a weapon, you can learn the recoil. Even though there's a lot of recoil, if you put a lot of time, you will get rewarded in mastering different weapons. I think this will just increase the skill gap, and honestly, it's just a good thing. I know a lot of people feel like there's a little bit too much recoil in most of the guns. I highly disagree, and I think this is a good change. And when it comes to the animations, I'm a huge fan of this, especially where you can reload and aim down sight at the same time. There's a few new things and tweaks they've done that I really like to see, and overall, the gunplay in the game looks absolutely amazing. And I know a lot of people has also been concerned with the hitbox, or basically hit registration, and I am not worried about this whatsoever. Infinity Ward is the known developer to do this absolutely the most smooth. Hit detection has never been a problem in Infinity Ward games, so I think we just have to have faith in them, and I'm 100% sure that's not gonna be a problem. I also gotta give huge credit to Infinity Ward for the great work on the audio in this game. The guns sound so powerful and heavy, and actually feels like you have some weight to the guns with the added recoil as well, and it's just absolutely astonishing. I love how the sound is in this game. Just to prove to you how well this has been done, just listen to these weapons right here. Finally, when it comes to weapons, I really want to have something to grind for, so the return of Dark Matter or Black Sky, whatever you want to call it, is really important. So allow us to grind, get gold and diamond, and then after you completed all the challenges for every weapon, allow us to earn some unique camo. Next up, we have maps, and what I really want to say here is that I really don't hope they do the same thing like Black Ops 4 did or Treyarch did with their game. Basically only adding a lot of remastered maps. I personally am not a fan of this. I want to see a lot of new maps and maybe one remastered old map here and there, but mainly new content. Old content gets old really quickly. Next up is the kill streaks, and the most important thing about kill streaks or score streaks is that they have to be satisfying. I don't want to call in an 11 kill gun chip or chopper gunner and it's not able to do anything and they can shoot it down like this. Allow me to be rewarded. Allow the skilled players to be rewarded for their talent. That's all I want to see. If I'm able to streak up, allow me to demolish the enemy team. That's literally all I'm asking. And one really important thing, which I think Black Ops 4 did horribly wrong, is not the decision to add an advanced UAV, a hater, our orbital VSAT, Blackbird, whatever you want to call it. This streak we need, and it's one of the most fan favorite score streaks ever created. And if they're not smart enough to include this in the game, I will be highly disappointed. Please, Infinity Ward, add the advanced UAV to Modern Warfare. Now, let's go over to the gameplay. And the gameplay and the engine has really changed this time around just by watching the gameplay. And I know there's been a lot of debate around this. For example, the new leaning mechanic, there's been a lot of people worried about that's going to result in a lot more camping and how they move. A lot of people are comparing it to Battlefield or Rainbow Six, and I do see those comparisons. But if you've seen a lot more gameplay, as you can see in the background right now as well, you can definitely still rush around and do well in this game. And it's kind of like a sprint too, where you sprint a little bit first, and if you keep your momentum, you will start sprinting faster. That just looks awesome. I feel like this engine really is a good upgrade, and it's about damn time that Call of Duty changes up. I am really sick of the Call of Duty community always complaining about not having any change, and the moment they change the engine, a lot of people just complain straight away. It's a goddamn time that they change it up. I'm happy to see this change. Will it work? Will it not? Well, let's test it out and see how it feels. Personally, I'm super excited, and I like to see the changes I've seen. Let's talk about graphics, and the graphics in the game looks absolutely amazing. If you did watch the live streams for the first time when they showed off the 2v2 mode, it kind of didn't look that good, but if you've seen the 4K footage that Infinity would have released right now, the game looks absolutely amazing based on the gameplay and of course also the campaign footage we've seen so far. Then let's talk about customization and progression. And first of all, customization, I want to see a ton of it. Allow me to make my own character, allow me to put a lot of camos and change the way my gun looks. Just give me a lot of customization and I will be happy. And then progression, allow there to be something to grind for than just different prestige emblems. Allow it to be some prestige rewards, like for example camos or outfits, something to grind for. Give me something more than just a calling card for reaching level 1000 or prestige 10, master prestige, whatever you want to call it. Give us some rewards for these grinds. Now let's talk about the big thing that a lot of people is worried about, including myself, because we had a lot of great news about this game. First of all, we're going to have crossplay, which I'm really excited about, and hopefully that will be a thing at launch. And we're also not going to be able to pay for a season pass anymore. All the new maps will be free. Finally, Activision and Infinity Ward, this is a good move. But it also does worry me, because if that's going to be free, how about new content like weapons, camos, and all of that? I don't really care about camos and cosmetics. They can put as many microtransactions in the game they want as long as not weapons are hidden behind them. And I'm scared, based on what we've seen with Black Ops 4, that maybe the sales won't be good enough with Modern Warfare, so they have to include all the new guns through supply drops or paywalls, which I'm really worried about, especially since the maps are absolutely now for free. I'm really excited about the information we've gotten so far on the monetization when it comes to no season pass and crossplay, and all sounds so good, but we know Call of Duty year after year, and I'm super scared that there's going to be so many microtransactions and all the new content when it comes to guns are going to be behind a paywall, which I really don't want to see. And if you do this, you're literally taking a piss on your fans. Infinity Ward, this is your last hope, so please don't screw it up. And Activision, start thinking. Maybe you won't get as much revenue, but you're going to please your fans, and that is more important if you want to keep this franchise alive, because eventually we will bail on you and you will lose more and more players. So please just consider not putting all the new content behind paywalls. So that's all I wanted to touch on when it comes to the multiplayer. And if they listen to me with everything I've said so far, this game could potentially be one of the best Call of Duties ever made. And I absolutely stand by that. And so far, it's looking really good. Still, we haven't seen killstreaks and maps and how the game is going to feel and play. But based on what I've seen so far, I am really, really excited. The next thing we need to talk about is campaign and the new Spec Ops mode. I'm really excited for both of them. I've heard so much about the campaign when it comes to really exploring how war really is and the really dark sides of war, and I am excited about to see this side. I think this is a good thing. I really want to explore war in more of a realistic way, but personally, I like this change, and I can't wait to see what Infinity Ward has to show. I'm probably not going to like what I'm going to see. It's probably going to leave me with a bad feeling in my gut, but at the same time, I think exploring this side of war could be really interesting. Then we have the Spec Ops modes, which basically means play with your friends and do cool missions designed for that. Awesome. I can't wait to try that out. Personally, I'm a more fan of this than zombies. I can't wait to play stealth missions with my friends, which are designed around playing co-op, which Spec Ops really is. And maybe even survival will return as well, which I also will be really excited about. Then let's go to my final thoughts. What do I think? Well, it's looking bright so far. Everything I've heard and seen so far looks absolutely fantastic, but I'm still worried of what we haven't seen. We haven't seen multiplayer gameplay, we haven't seen the killstreaks, we haven't seen the maps, we haven't seen how the monetization of the game is going to be post-launch. We know some good things about maps, that they're going to be free. There's no season pass, so that's really exciting. Crossplay, all of this. There's so many things going around that is going to be amazing. And if all of this comes true and weapons are added to the game without being behind paywalls, it's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm really, really excited about that. So that's everything I wanted to say about Modern Warfare, and I can't wait to see more. And stay tuned to the channel for my reaction to the multiplayer trailer on August 1st. And for way more content on Call of Duty, this is the place to be. Thank you so much for watching this video. Drop a sub if you want more content from me. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy. Hit notifications if you never want to miss an upload. And Infinity Ward, I do hope you watch this video, because this is your last chance. Honestly, if this game doesn't make it, it's not looking good for Call of Duty in the future. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Pajas. Have a good day, and I am out.